Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Britt Baker has deleted AEW from social media.
Why is SmackDown rubbish?
There's backstage praise for a controversial Raw match.
And Saraya announces her AEW departure. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andrew Murray.
And this is the news.
Hello, yes. Okay, what's going on with Britt Baker these days?
Yeah.
So, I think we do this story like every month. What's going on? Where is she? What's kicking? What's going on? She actually caught a bit of attention over the past couple of days because on social she has removed AEW from her bios. It's off Twitter and it's off Instagram. I don't know if she has a Blue Sky or whatever other things, or it's doing Mastodon. I don't know if she's deleted her name from that as well, but she has deleted references to AEW that were in her bio. At the moment, if you go on her Instagram, it says professional wrestler, dentist, actor, and yinzer. I don't know what a yinzer is, but it's on there. If you go on her Twitter, it's a similar story. There are no references to AEW there at all.
It's someone from Pittsburgh.
Okay, fair enough. Well, why didn't you call him a burger or something? You know, yinzer.
Professional burger.
There you go. I'm a burger. What up? Give me the beef. Naturally, when a wrestler removes their company from a bio, it causes a lot of speculation. But Fightful are here to kind of shut that down for now, which is decent. In their big scoop thread for last night's episode of Dynamite, they had a line in there that said, despite online speculation, we can confirm Britt Baker is still signed by AEW and under contract for some time. So she's not gone yet. If she's going, who knows? I don't know. This is just really confusing. People, like, wrestlers know that if they delete stuff and get rid of references, that people will notice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, they're not stupid. They know that when they do this, people will talk about it and it'll create speculation. We've not seen Britt in many months. The last time we saw her was when Serena Deeb came out and Britt went, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like 2 or 3 times. That match didn't end up happening because apparently nobody cares.
Well, no.
It was quite the jarring experience, I think, in the scripted universe of AEW. And of course, Britt was coming, like her last run, she was coming back from a long injury absence.
Yeah.
That sounded really rough, and it sounds like it messed her up pretty badly. She, of course, had the high-profile match with Mercedes at Wembley, which didn't quite go as planned. I don't think that's a controversial statement. But she has at times been an extremely important figure for this company. Especially, when she got injured and she, just before that, when she found the heel character and then she got hurt and she's in the wheelchair every week with Reba talking crap. It was like a crash course in how to stay over while not actually wrestling. Obviously, the Thunder Rosa rivalry, I think the first year or so with Jamie Hayter before Jamie got injured. Lots of really great stuff there, and she has been a very important piece of the AEW puzzle for a while. So if she did leave, and it's purely speculative, it would be a big move for sure.
Yeah, but it's not the first time, like you say, that we've talked about this sort of speculation going on with what's going on with Britt Baker and AEW. Clearly frustrated with whatever's going on. It's a different AEW, certainly a different AEW women's division from when she first was the star of it, basically. Yeah. It was who it was kind of built around. Now
she was one star.
Yeah, now you have, timeless Toni Storm, Mariah May, Mercedes, you've got Athena potentially coming in. I mean, Megan Baines getting pushed to the moon. You've got Statlander, Willow, Marina Shafir,
Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, exactly. You've got Penelope Ford, obviously, was in the tag match in the main event last night. So you've got a lot of women there who, are kind of sharing the load across the AEW women's division. And yeah, I don't know what Britt Baker wants to. It kind of depends what she wants to do next. Whether she wants to rediscover the form that made her the sort of person that Punk pointed out was kind of one of the pillars.
She should have been one of the pillars.
Of AEW. Or whether she wants to try her hand and do what many people suggested could be the case for her, and that is head to WWE or anywhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, when these wrestlers delete something off social media or unfollow or whatever it is that they do, that is not a slip of their finger when they were doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
That is designed to create attention.
It's not like, oops, it just happened to all my profile. They know, they understand. They understand the game. Everyone's in a game for riling up people and stuff. It's wrestling. wrestling is inherently a business of liars. Like people, it's just this is how it works.
Yeah.
I'm not calling Britt Baker a liar,
No,
by
no,
the
no.
way. I'm just saying that you're presenting things to your audience.
They're all workers. They're all working one way or another.
Yeah, everyone's working all the time. I will say that if she has several years left on her contract, I don't see Tony Khan letting her go.
No.
Because that's not really what he does. He obviously relented on Phoenix and all these guys, but that took a while. So I don't know. Who knows what's going on with this? It's just
By all
weird.
reports, she's one of his favourites as well from the beginning. So
yeah, and I don't. Yeah, that's another side of it, isn't it? Actually, come to think of it, I don't think he would like treat her like crap or anything like that.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's a tough one. I have no idea what's going on. It's been months since she's been on TV.
Yeah.
Maybe she's still dealing with effects from that injury.
Could be.
Right? It was a
Could
bad
be.
one. Like, and a lot of times, wrestling fans are really cruel. Sometimes somebody comes back from a long-term injury and they just get ripped to pieces. Like, you remember when Sheamus came back?
I was about to say when Sheamus came back,
and he
I
was like,
"You fat piece of crap." I was like, he's slightly carrying a little bit of extra timber because he's come back like 6 weeks early or whatever it was.
He's a little bit puffy, and yet, but
We would die to look like that.
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at him going, I would kill everyone to look like Sheamus.
Yeah.
And now obviously he's shredded again. But like,
yeah, now if you're one of the British fans who's been saying that to him, he's on the UK tour. Go and remind him of that if you see him. Just say you were the one who said to him.
It was me, Austin. I imagine people are just really cruel when it comes to people coming back from injuries, and I think we should allow a bit more room for people to heal and grow.
Yeah, best luck to Britt Baker, whatever she does next. Right, let's turn our attention to SmackDown, which of late has been rubbish. And with regards to that, on Fightful's YouTube show, The Hump, is it what they've done there with the bump?
Wednesday.
Sean Ross Sapp was asked if people within WWE are concerned about SmackDown's quality of late, and Sean said, a lot of people have brought it up. He's heard of people wondering why more talent isn't being used, given SmackDown is currently 3 hours long. And yeah, it does make a lot of sense why people are questioning this, because you know, SmackDown is only going to be 3 hours for a few more months. I think it's June, Hamlet was telling me, that they switched back, which is kind of long overdue, to be perfect.
It can't come quick enough. Yeah.
But it is also the fact that they haven't really embraced it. It's basically been the same 2 hour show stretched out to 3 hours every match.
Make this 10-minute match 15.
Exactly, yeah. Or just prolonged promos.
Like you make a pizza with the dough.
Yeah, or, you know, mass vignettes of recaps of what happened on previous shows in previous weeks or whatever. They haven't really taken the opportunity to be like, right, well, let's really showcase, you know, people who aren't fighting for titles, or develop some other feuds. You know, it's just been the same show but a little bit longer, and people are understandably frustrated with it. People within WWE are understandably frustrated with it. And it hasn't been anywhere near as good as it was when it was 2 hours, in my opinion. So it's good to hear that people within WWE are recognising this problem, I suppose. It's Road Dogg. That's the problem.
Yeah, we said it when we did the news story a couple of weeks ago when he was coming back. I understand why they brought him back, because he's a Triple H stooge guy. Yeah. But like his era, remember SmackDown in like 2016, after that draft was like this fun, like the roster didn't make any sense, but it was like this island of misfit toys with your AJ Styles and your Dean Ambrose and your Zigglers and your Mizes at the time. And like things like the Fashion Files and all this. Yeah. It was like this big mash of weird things that somehow fit together and created a really enjoyable show. And then Road Dogg became the lead writer, and it was crap. Now it's 2025. Road Dogg has become the lead writer again, and it's crap again. It's crap. It's probably maybe an exact. It's a bland show.
It's disappointing considering the talent they've got at their disposal.
And they got like really good guys like Andrade just not doing anything. And it's like you telling me you can find Andrade have a cool match every week? Yeah. Like come on, like what are we doing? There is some I like I almost called him Joseph, Jacob Fatu. I'm always watching him. I'm always interested in Jacob. But then, even then, like you look at things like his program with Braun Strowman, did that really need to go for 3 months? I don't think it did, personally. It's good, but like, come on. So like they've definitely got a bit of self-reflection to do. I do think it will be a lot better when it goes back to 2 hours.
Me too.
But they've got enough people, they've got enough good wrestlers to make it work, and they just haven't found a way.
No, exactly. If they were thinking like, oh, it's kind of lost a bit of a spot, like you say, just try some other stuff, and they haven't really done that. They've just gone, slightly longer matches, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I don't get it.
But if you're heading to SmackDown in London, of course, on Friday, and you're thinking, well, if that's going to be crap, I don't want to go home disappointed. You don't have to go home afterwards. Head over to Sweet Chin Disco, where myself and Mark Henry are going to be doing a big after party with the best wrestling club night that there is. Sweet Chin Disco. Just head to dice.fm if you want tickets for that, and check out all the videos on our socials. Including someone shouting, "Let me see that dick," to Mark Henry on one of our first nights. Mark took it well, thank God. But yes, it is a load of fun. Join us for that, dice.fm if you want tickets.
In the words of OPM, heaven would be Mark Henry spinning dub all night long.
I'm genuinely sad every morning I now don't wake up on a tour bus with Mark Henry. It's ruined my life.
Are you back on the bus this weekend?
We're not on a tour bus now. That life is gone, unfortunately. We are in bloody hotels. I like the tour bus life.
Hotels?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
We'll
be on a minibus though, so if you're driving between London and Birmingham on Saturday, give us a honk.
I was going to say, if you were getting trains, it better be first class for Mark Henry, brother.
No.
That would be rude.
No, we've been hitting the road and nearly missing the shows, I'll be honest, on quite a few occasions.
Hell yeah, that's what it's all about. It's the life. Speaking of life, let's talk about Raw.
Oh, yes.
Right, let's talk about Grande Americano.
Oh, here we go.
Starbucks order, hello. Okay, so the match, there's no words on the gimmick, has received a lot of praise. And look, the match should receive a lot of praise because Chad Gable and Dragon Lee are very good at pro wrestling. This is according to Sportskeeda. They were on the Backstage Pass Q&A podcast. I'll just read the thing to you. And they said, "I did hear that there was some heavy praise coming out of that match last night. Gable and Dragon Lee killed it." He's killed the gimmick there, hasn't he? How did we know it was Chad Gable?
Did you see this got community noted on X?
Oh, did it?
They said, "I don't know why Chad Gable's getting praise for this. It was El Grande Americano in the match. Chad Gable clearly was ill on Monday."
He said he was sniffling about. The crowd loved it. People backstage loved it. And that's no surprise. Chad Gable has been getting this for years, and we know what kind of talent Dragon Lee is. So good on both of them. I did hear that there was some heavy praise for. Yeah, I mean the match was great.
Yeah.
Like obviously the match was great. I think the gimmick is ass. Personally, I think it is poop from a butt. Look, here's my opinion, and loads of you are gonna hate this. I think that if Vince McMahon did this gimmick in 2019, everyone would hate it. But because everyone loves Triple H, it's like, oh no, it's funny. It's funny that it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. And look, I'm not offended by it. Me personally, if you are, fair play. I'm not judging that. But like, I'm not offended by it. I just don't think it's very funny. And I think did you see the AI stuff in the video?
Oh, I saw it.
There's like guys with like 6 fingers and stuff. It's just a bit lazy. So to me personally, the creative is irredeemable ass. But the match was great and they're both really good. I mean, calling it Grande Americano is quite funny.
Yes.
That's literally a coffee.
Yeah.
For goodness sake. But yeah, beyond that, it's not for me. But the match was good.
The match was classy, obviously. I quite like it, but I mainly that's because I have a theory about where this could be heading. Although, it's going to be a bloody tight turnaround if they are going to do this. Is there any chance, do you reckon, Andy, that they're doing this so that the Mexican heritage can be saved by El Generico at WrestleMania?
Oh, gosh.
Which is preposterous in and of itself, I realise.
No, I think it's like... It's not fun. That's not funny.
Okay.
To me, that's not funny. It's if I don't know, like, look, this is Vince McMahon tier creative. A guy dresses up in a mask, pretends to be a luchador. What are we doing here? If this was 5 years or 6 years ago, everyone would hate it. Everyone would hate it. But
then again, if it gets me Ray Phoenix versus Chad Gable at WrestleMania, I'm into it.
I'm not going to complain about getting that match, obviously, but you know.
Do let us know your thoughts. I'm fascinated to know because I've seen so many people going back and forth about this on X. I don't want to know what the WhatCulture fans think of it all. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Grande America. It's a funny name.
Just
because it's like grammatically horrendous. Well.
It's real bad.
It's a mess. The big Americano. All right.
Tell you what, someone who knows her English. Certainly the words that rhyme together. That's Saraya.
She knows about them words that rhyme, doesn't she?
Oh,
well, Adam, your name rhymes with...
Did she call her doctor as well? She did say doctor.
She did. Well, doctor.
Not address her a doctor.
Yeah.
She's worked for that.
Sure, some respect, please.
But unfortunately, Saraya...
Doctor.
Saraya is no longer all elite. We've sort of been speculating on this for quite a bit of time now. I think at the end of last week, me and Phil reported about her basically saying, she's putting people over on her way out of AEW, and then yesterday we were talking about how she would be keen to head back to WWE, and then, yesterday it finally broke on her Rule Breakers with Saraya podcast that she's been departing AEW. It's all amicable, it's mutual. Now, technically, she's still listed on the company's website, so she might have jumped the gun slightly here. But it looks like, it's coming from her, so I don't think she's doing this to try and work her way out of it. And she's not like she's been doing loads of stuff on telly recently either.
No.
Some people within AEW were surprised by this news. I don't really see why. It felt like she was on the outs for quite some time.
Yeah.
But when Fightful inquired to Saraya's management, they said, "We can confirm that they've mutually agreed to part ways. Her services have been fulfilled. We're parting on excellent terms. She's a free agent." We talked yesterday about her potentially heading back to WWE, but always nice to hear that a departure from a company is amicable, because I hate when it's, when it starts so well for someone in a different company and then it just all goes to pot.
She said she doesn't feel like she fits in anymore. She said something along the lines of, if I'm on TV, that might be taking a spot away from someone else who might be. So it's like,
very self-aware, that.
Yeah, I actually think this is a really good thing. It's her going, I don't fit here anymore, so I'm just going to move on. There should be more of that in wrestling, honestly. Like, it's very, and look, obviously you have to be in a secure enough position to be able to do that.
Yes.
I imagine that Saraya has done very well for herself over the years and is in a spot where she can afford to, step away and do other things. Not everyone will have that luxury and that privilege, but it is very self-reflective, and I actually applaud her for this, because I don't know if there is a place for her at the moment. It's just one of those things. Look, I really liked her debut. I liked her coming back, because I like it when people have something taken away from them and then they're able to do it again. I just think that's a really nice story.
On their own terms.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a really nice story, and it's really easy to get behind. She won the title in England. Not great moment. One thing, I saw someone tweet this and I completely agree. British people don't give a crap about hometown stuff.
No.
I'm from Aberdeen. I don't care about someone from Norwich. That doesn't mean anything to me. People just want good stuff to happen.
Yeah.
So that moment, I don't know if that was necessarily the best idea in the world. But there's ups and downs with everything. I think that she has been through a lot of hard stuff in her life, for sure. And I give her a lot of leeway. So, hey, I really admire the self-awareness. I really admire the reflectiveness. I think this is a good thing. And also, like, it sounds like she probably went to Tony, and this is me putting two and two together and going, I would like to leave. Can I leave? And he just went, that's how it should work.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
should be able to quit their jobs. Hot take.
Yeah. And like I say, just a nice mutual, amicable separation. And hey, now Saraya probably, free agent. Not much stuff to do, maybe heading back to WWE, but maybe not immediately. So here is an open invitation to Saraya to our live show in Las Vegas.
Are you in Vegas, Saraya? Let's talk about
Let's come
stuff.
along and watch SmackDown together if you want on the Friday night before WrestleMania. If you want to join us for that at the HyperX in Las Vegas, whatculture.com/tickets. Although
pour some cocktails with the big man.
I'm sure we give Saraya some sort of discount. Get a ticket and we'll pay you back.
Make sure you buy a burger when you're there.
Yeah.
Because we got a minimum food.
Yeah, we got food budget ticket.
yeah. Buy your friends some burgers.
Yes.
Why not?
But yes, do join us for that. WhatCulture.com/tickets. And let us know your thoughts on everything we've discussed in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Sam Miller's going to be here later on today with ups and downs from AEW Dynamite. But in the meantime, Andy, what can they watch right here?
100 greatest WrestleMania moments, baby. There's 100 of them.
100?
It's a 2-hour video.
Oh, what a treat.
You're going to be fiending for more facts.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.